Physical disabilities are limitations that may hinder certain physical aspects of a person, whether it be someone in a wheelchair who may not be able to walk, whether it be someone who is blind and not able to see, someone that is deaf, unable to hear. There are so many different types of physical disabilities, but the one thing that we fail to take into consideration is that there is greater ability in spite of those physical disabilities. My ability is stronger than my disability. It's very important that we keep in mind about the Americans with Disabilities Act that gives clarification on the ADA National Network. It was a civil rights law that prohibits the discrimination against individuals with disabilities in areas of jobs, schools, transportation, and all public and private places that are open to the general public. And it's very important that we understand that regardless of the physical disability, it does not hinder their ability of learning. There's just a differentiation in how we deliver the information so that they can learn just like others. So it's very important that we keep in mind that those with physical disabilities are just like us. They just learn differently. This cartoon is a typical example of judging the limitations of someone with a physical disability. I'm not sure you'll be able to partake in this activity with us. All we're doing is yelling, "Welcome to Western." I mean, this is one of the key things that we want to be mindful of, but also be respectful of those that are in a wheelchair by, when we communicate with them, kneeling down to be at eye level with them to indicate respect. And also not touching the wheelchair because that's considered their personal space. And just allowing them to participate as much as they can, how they're able to without feeling excluded. This is one of the key things to differentiate our teaching and learning styles. According to DoSomething.org, there's a statistic that indicates that 25.6% of those with disabilities are inactive during the week, whereas those without disabilities are 12.8% indicated as inactive during the week. And it's amazing that it's only 50% less for those without disabilities than those with disabilities. So it's very important that we include those with physical disabilities as much as they're able to participate in recreational activities. This will better provide inclusiveness as well as better physical health as well. When including those with physical disabilities in the classroom and instruction, there are going to be different ways that we're going to have to provide instruction. Those that are visually impaired, whether they be totally blind or they just need bigger letters to be able to read, we have to make sure that we provide suitable resources such as verbally reading the material to those that are blind, aloud to the whole class, not differentiating them, as well as providing raised print resources if available, or discussing the different ways of providing the material with the student prior to the class. So it's very important that we keep those things in mind prior to instructing the class as a whole. For those that may be hearing impaired or totally deaf, we want to make sure that we provide instruction that can be written out, whether it be over the transparency or the overhead projector, or even an outline that can be passed out. It's going to be very important to provide written instruction to those with hearing impairment, as well as when we speak or provide a lecture, making sure that we speak directly in front of that student in the class. Also, that we speak slow enough or at a pace well enough to where they can read our lips, and that we speak directly to the student versus their interpreter. This will provide a more inclusiveness when delivering the instruction. Educating students with physical disabilities just provides opportunity to teach in a style conducive to make sure that all students are able to apprehend the instruction given. And in being able to be versatile and diverse enough to provide instruction for all students, but diversified enough to reach all students, it causes the classroom to be unified and inclusive, and to be able to apprehend and understand and embrace the diversity of the students regardless of the physical limitations. And this is what makes a oneness in the classroom and more cohesive learning environment for the students and the teachers. This is one of the benefits of being able to have those with all types of disabilities in one class with all students.